A woman forced into a perverted experiment, treated like a dog to be fed, a collar fastened around her neck, the other end chained to a lock, eating, drinking, relieving herself, all within the kennel. The collar was incredibly sturdy. Anna couldn't break free no matter how hard she pulled. She screamed for help, but there was no response. Then a sound came from behind. She peered cautiously. A masked figure was watching her from outside. Startled, Anna strained to recall how she'd been walking down the street when a group dragged her into a van, then knocked her unconscious. When she awoke, she found herself here, chained to the leash. Her movement was severely restricted. To relieve herself, she had to use the trench behind her. Each day, someone brought a tray of food on schedule. Anna lifted it to sniff. It was clearly dog food. For the first 2 days of her confinement, she refused to eat, preferring to starve. She scattered the dog food all over the floor. By the third day, starvation had clouded her mind. She shouted at the masked man, demanding he bring the dog food back. But the masked man deliberately made it difficult for her, placing the food bowl far out of reach. Anna strained to reach it, but still fell short. She changed her stance, but still couldn't reach it. Finally, with no other choice, she tried to pull the bowl closer with her feet. Luckily, one leg managed to reach it. Once she got the dog food, she devoured it voraciously, as if it were some delicacy. But just as she finished eating, she felt a wave of dizziness. When she came to again, staff were spraying her awake with a water gun. Anna was furious. Before she could even shout a few words, a hood was forced over her head and dragged back to the kennel. The next day, Anna was taken outside. Training commands blared over the loudspeaker. Seeing no one around, she decided to seize the chance to escape. But after running just a few steps, the collar around her neck began to tighten. Anna dashed toward the fence. The moment her hand touched the rail, she was instantly electrocuted and knocked unconscious. When she came to again, she found herself back in the kennel, but to her delight, a man appeared beside her. He introduced himself as Adam, also kidnapped by the masked man. As they spoke, the masked man delivered food. By now, Xiao Mei had completely abandoned her dignity. She calmly picked up the tray and began eating the dog food as if nothing were wrong. Adam, however, suspected the food was tainted, perhaps laced with drugs. He insisted on staying alert to escape. Hearing this, the masked man outside flew into a rage. He stormed in, intent on teaching Adam a lesson. Anna spoke a single word to dissuade him and was immediately electrocuted unconscious. Adam also suffered a brutal beating. When Anna awoke, she discovered Adam had been moved closer to her. Anna urged him, "You need strength to escape. You've been starving for days." Adam reluctantly agreed. He tried a bite. Surprisingly, the dog food didn't taste so bad. As they ate, their mood lifted. Gradually, they began to hallucinate. The atmosphere grew strangely intimate. Suddenly, the masked man's furious roar echoed outside. Adam cowered in the corner, terrified. But Anna remained unconcerned. She paid the price for her carelessness. When they opened their eyes again, the masked man delivered food. Adam feigned sleep, then snatched the stick. The key was finally in his grasp. Adam quickly unlocked their chains, ready to lead Anna to freedom. But no one could have anticipated that the moment Adam turned away,
Mayday, pineapple pizza!
Anna revealed herself as the masked man's accomplice. She had conspired with Dylan and Lisa to orchestrate this experiment testing humanity, treating humans like dogs to be raised, to observe their behavioral shifts. To heighten the experiment's realism, Anna personally took part, but now she suspected Dylan, asking if he'd laced the dog food with drugs and why she'd experienced hallucinations. Dylan claimed it was likely due to malnutrition and dehydration. Once everything returned to normal, they returned the pair to the kennel. When Adam awoke, he felt utterly bewildered, insisting he'd clearly obtained the key, yet found himself back in the kennel. Anna explained everything that happened was an illusion. Adam instantly felt crushed. The next day, Lisa noticed the camera feed had gone dark and grew suspicious of Dylan. She immediately reported it to the teacher, demanding the experiment be stopped. Just minutes later, the teacher vanished. When Lisa found her, the teacher was locked in the freezer, now a stiff corpse. Lisa couldn't escape Dylan's clutches either. She was injected with a sedative. When she opened her eyes again, she found herself locked in with Adam, unable to hold back. Lisa revealed the truth to Adam. It turned out that a year ago, Anna had fallen for Adam at first sight and wanted to use the experiment to build a relationship with him. But clearly, the plan had spiraled out of control. Neither of them could have imagined that among them lurked the psychopath, Dylan. He forced Anna to make a choice. Only one of Adam and Lisa could live. Without hesitation, Anna chose Adam. The collar collar around Adam's neck activated. Dylan had deceived her, deliberately setting her up to kill the man she loved. Watching Adam die before her eyes, Anna plunged into despair. She pressed her own switch. This sent Dylan into a panic. The instant he reached to remove Anna's collar, she struck back. He ran out with Lisa, but the two accidentally ran into a dead end. Dylan pressed his advantage relentlessly. At the critical moment, Lisa appeared and knocked Dylan to the ground. Just as Dylan drew his last breath, Anna silently grabbed the iron bar. Even though Lisa had saved her life, she still harbored resentment. More importantly, she needed someone to take the fall so she could start anew as her best friend.